Welcome back to the EAM Crypto channel. My name's Enrique. Thanks for watching. All right, so in my last video, we talked about what kind of looks bad when it comes to DeFi, right? So we kind of covered what bad looks like. So today, I think we're going to be talking a little bit about what good looks like, or definitely what good has looked like so far. Wolf Capital is a project that already came to the channel about a month and a half, maybe 2 months ago. I've been invested in this project for a bit now. I think today will be day 44 since I staked. And I have two different stakes from two different wallets, and I'm very pleased with what has happened. I did the math on both of my different stakes and been averaging a little bit over 1.3% daily, 1.3% daily over almost I think it's going to be almost a month and a half starting today. So far, so good. They were a lot smaller when they came onto my channel. They were at around 800,000. Now they're at around 4.5, 4.6 million. There it is, 4.5 million, almost 4.6. And I had a number of questions for these guys. So everything has been great so far. Let's see what their plan is moving forward to ensure that the next few days are great as well. I think that they have now been, I think they launched on February 16th. So we're looking at a little bit over 3 months now, but we've seen with a lot of DeFi projects around that 3 month mark, things start to get a little crazy, but they do have a very different type of project, which is really why I brought them on the channel to begin with. It's based on trading, and that's what we love to talk about on this channel. I remember my big issue with Trav was, well, if you're such an amazing trader, why do you need to start a protocol? Why not just trade, right? But look, we're going to go over the numbers so far. They haven't had a losing week yet, which is crazy. I have losing weeks all the time. I just literally we're now in mid-May. I finally got in the green for my trading this year. I was having just a horrible trading year. And I haven't traded as much as I did the year before. That had something to do with it, but still, it just goes to show trading is really hard. They haven't had a losing week since I invested in this project, which is pretty wild. They do it via some of Trav's manual picks and trades. They also have all these grid bots and this bot and this other kind of bot. I've been following their real-time trades very closely for a while now. They're doing, I mean, I'll let Trav correct me, but I think they're doing thousands of trades a day. These bots are. This is insane. So let's find out a little bit more about what they're doing. I have a lot of questions for him. It is hard to see this kind of success trading consistently. So let's see if we can get some more detail about that and just overall figure out what's to come with Wolf Capital. All right, and we are recording. Travis, what is up, my man? Thanks for coming
What's up,
back to
buddy?
the channel. Well, from the looks of it, BTC's up right now, and so is ETH, so that's interesting. It's been an interesting couple of weeks, and I think things are going to get really crazy with this debt ceiling fiasco. I think you're going to see a ton of volatility in the market, so I'm sure you're looking forward to all that.
Oh, I can't wait. Yeah. I was really hoping that they would come out with a deal here in the next day or two because I got a really good position on BTC when it dipped. So uh I'll see it push to 32. That'd be sick.
Well, we'll see. We will see, but I mean, I think it's all theater. You can't have a single day where the military is literally out of work, and
Yeah, oh
that's what would
shit.
happen,
Yeah.
right? So I
Yeah.
think it's all theater, and it will get worked out. But let's see how much the markets move based on the news. All right, man. So this is your second time on the channel. So just in case if there's someone watching, I'm sure there's a few watching that missed the first one. Travis, just briefly tell us a little bit about yourself and tell us your 30-second pitch on Wolf Capital.
Yeah, so I'm Travis, CEO of Wolf Capital. It's wolfcapital.app if you guys want to look it up. So basically, we're just a staking platform with a little innovative twist to it. We have teams aspect of it. It's pretty much try to represent what DeFi is about. DeFi is about teamwork. It doesn't just involve myself or Dev or the mods and the people on the team. It's also the community, and that's what drives success. Success is the community entire. Uh, so on the teamwork side, it's where the wolf packs come in, and you go and you stake, and you can join a wolf pack, and that kind of separates what your ROI is from the base ROI. So the base is 1%. Right now it's 1.5. You know, the ROI will change just kind of depending on the market because we use that staking money that comes in. We trade with it, bring in external revenue, and then that right there covers the divs. So goal is to be completely non-podsy at 120 days. We're sitting at 90 days today. So we got another 30 days ahead of us. A lot of stuff coming down the pipeline. Uh, NFTs. A couple weeks from now, those will drop.
So can I stop you there because there's a
Yeah,
little bit to unpack there before because you hit on two already. So you guys have your launch date was February 16th. Is that correct?
yeah, that's correct.
Okay, so 90 days, that's an important date. Usually around 90 days, a lot of DeFi projects start to get kind of crazy. Either they grew too much or they're not growing enough or no one seems to care anymore. So you guys have already kind of gotten to a very, very important point. The last time you guys came on my channel, we were actually at a very important inflection point. I don't know if you remember, Travis,
Yeah,
you
it
do
was
a
like
lot of
60
these
days.
AMAs, the
Yeah.
60-day inflection point. A lot of people were very worried about that. I was, I was coming in at a point where I was thinking, wow, am I going to really do this right before this, kind of scary point? I did it anyways. I'm glad I did. I'm now at, 45 days now almost that I've been with your protocol. But that was a huge inflection point. So now we have the 90-day inflection point. Probably not as big as far as how the community sees it, but it's big as far as DeFi because usually that's when a lot of projects kind of start to have issues. You guys are still doing the complete opposite. You're still growing. You're now at 4.6 million. When you came to my channel, you were at 800,000.
Mm,
Quite the big bump there.
yeah.
And your divs, as you call them, which is basically what you're paying out, which I've seen from my two wallets on average 1.34% daily. You're now looking at roughly about 51K, right? We kind of covered those numbers. I want to make sure I didn't say a number that didn't make sense. You confirmed that that's about right. So you're having a 51K number. It's about how the money is layered or I guess divided. So you have your trading account, you have the div account. Like, can you give us some more insight in that and how healthy those accounts look like right now?
Yeah, so, and you mean the accounts in terms of, the trading accounts that I'm trading on or
The trading account, the account that you're paying out the divs from, all
yeah.
that.
Yeah, so I've got several accounts. So, each our most profitable sectors, been leverage trading. We started out with just allocating only 15% of the portfolio to
Mm-hmm.
just leverage trading. We bumped that up, quite a bit here the last little bit, probably I would say 3 weeks ago. We
Mm-hmm.
started bumping up that percentage just a little bit more so that way we can, try to catch up with our growth, um,
Mm-hmm.
and make sure we cover those divs and hit that goal at that 120-day mark.
Mm-hmm.
So right now, probably I mean, I'm on 5 different central exchanges, but I have sub account after sub account after sub account on my leverage stuff because there's a certain limit that, when you trade, um, like 'cause my bread and butter is BTC. I follow that thing everywhere.
Mm-hmm.
Everything pretty much reacts around BTC.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mainly trade that one, play both sides, shorts, longs. So like I usually do like a 30x or I usually do a 20x trade, depending on what the market's doing. Um, and the max on it's like 200 BTC. Well, for me, that's, I can do that one trade, 200 BTC. And
Mm-hmm.
it doesn't really mess up the account, but I'm maxed out. So if I want to do more and bring in more money, I got to make more sub accounts. So we got a little script that runs on Python that, I connect all those accounts together and click one button and buys in that one position. And right now everything's looking great. This week I started out yesterday with like a 70, I want to say 76, $75,000 profit on just a series of trades that I did.
Mm-hmm.
And this morning, BTC is pumping right now, sitting at like $70,000 profit on just one trade on one account. But with
Well,
all the
let's
others, there's no
so
telling.
yeah. So before we talk about this week, so I just wanted to share a screen real quick because something that I find pretty interesting is that this is your realized profits the last few weeks. So we just showed 188, 169, 315. I don't know what that was. That looks like
That was
20.
the same trade at
Oh, is it?
256, and
Okay.
it just shows the
And this one.
percentage.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
So there you go. A quarter of a million right there. I mean, this is ridiculous. Look, man, I've been trading for a very long time. It is very, very difficult to consistently put winning weeks like that. I have losing weeks all the freaking time. And
Yeah.
I haven't seen you guys have a losing week yet. Can I look, man? I know a magician doesn't, show all his tricks, but like, what are you doing that's different? Is how much of that has to do with your experience? How much of that has to do all these different types of bots? Can you just
It's
give us a little more detail?
I mean, I have losing trades too. I mean, I'm not 100% on any of these. I'm
Well,
probably
no one
close.
is. No, but these are weekly
Yeah.
results I just showed. Yeah.
Yeah, so man, in the beginning, it was really tough, just because I was trading with, other people's money. If it was my money, I wouldn't care. You know, I traded all the time. But when I
Mm-hmm.
started using other people's money, I was scared. I was scared shitless because I was like, "I fuck up one time, that's it."
Mm-hmm.
Uh, and that kinda got to me for a while. Once I kinda leveled out and I was like, "Okay, it's fine to lose, you know, a certain amount just to know that, your next one, you're gonna make it back, or not necessarily make it back." I never try to play like I'm behind, because then if you
Mm-hmm.
start doing that, then you start getting drastically stupid with your trades, and, you're not paying attention to, what's actually happening. You pass a liquidity level, you should have bought in, or you're trying to hold longer than what you're supposed to because you think it's gonna go up another, you know, 1,000 points or
Mm-hmm.
whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Once I got level headed and I realized, okay, it's just simple. It's just liquidity points. It's overbought, oversold. Pay attention to the news. Pay attention to what's happening around you. If the Fed's fixing to speak, don't do anything. Sit on the sideline and wait for that finish and find that trend.
Mm-hmm.
BTC is no different than uh, your next shit coin down the road. Everything trades based off of the news and volatility and trending on what's happening in the market. Uh, you should look at some of the graphs I have. I have like 1,000 different layouts, and I go through every single one of them.
Oh, I'd love to
Uh,
see them.
yeah,
Okay. So yeah, I mean, I think short term, everything you said is right. I think long term, it comes down to two things. It comes down to liquidity and adoption. I think,
yeah,
on any long term, but long term is like a yearly chart kind of thing,
yeah,
right? Looking at maybe like the, I don't know, 6 month chart, instead of what you're doing. You're looking at like 4 hour charts and even less from all this
oh
trading
yeah,
you're doing. Your bots are doing thousands of trades a day, which
yeah.
is insane. So let me ask you this. You're right. It's not something to be taken lightly. The fact that you're trading, there's people have invested, they're investing in you basically, and your colleague, who's a very sharp guy. Um, but man, that's a lot of stress. I asked you this before, but since we may have some new eyes today, why do it? Why not just trade on your own, less stress, why start a protocol when you've proven that you can make money trading?
Um, eh, yeah, I can make money trading, but I'm not going to make nowhere near the amount that I'm making now. Uh, just because it's 2.7, 2.8 million that what I'm trading with right now, and then on the side, I mean, I've got X amount of capital to my name.
Mm-hmm.
If I put that up and I trade it, I'm not going to be. It's I'll make a percentage, but it's not. These numbers that I'm pulling is because I'm trading with 2.7 million. If I'm trading with 100K. I mean, it's not going to be the same. It's
No,
just going
but
to be a lot different. I mean, in time, yeah,
in time
correct.
it would
But
be. I
I
mean,
love
so
DeFi. I mean,
okay.
there's just I've always wanted to make because I mean this is my third one, so I've always wanted to make a project to have external revenue come in and then build off of that and continue building off of that and then continue building off of that, and
Mm-hmm.
soon to have a humongous ecosystem that's generating passive income for everyone. I mean that'd be
Mm-hmm.
absolutely sick. We'd be the Binance of DeFi. So uh,
The
yeah,
the DeFi.
right.
That's a big comment. That what
So
would you say is the closest thing to the Binance of DeFi right now?
I don't even know. I honestly don't pay attention to who's out there, what's running.
Oh, it's just a
Uh,
bunch of scammers. So
I
you're
mean,
not
that's pretty
missing
much
much.
it. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
I honestly, I really don't pay attention to much. That's kind of probably my biggest downfall is I really don't pay attention to what's happening in DeFi. People are talking all the time. Did you hear about this guy? You hear about this guy? I'm like,
Mm-hmm.
No, I
Yeah.
didn't.
Yeah. Okay. So you mentioned passive income. So let's talk about that. Let's talk about the like I stated, I can attest. I've two different holdings with you guys. 1.34 has been my average after 45 days. So that's been the daily div. So I feel very comfortable to say that that number is real. Having said that, I've noticed a lot of conversations in your Discord. I actually jumped there and there a little bit just for the just to kind of make things a little better, right? As far as from a long term perspective, take a little pressure off you guys. I would not hate to see that cap get reduced. I would not hate to see that cap get reduced at all. I mean, even at 1%,
Yeah.
that's huge, Travis. 1% is ridiculous.
Yeah.
So if you go from 1.34 to 1%, like if someone has an issue with that, they're just I mean, hell, man, you can make an argument to go to half of 1%, and that's still freaking amazing, keeps you super, super solid. So, can you talk to me about whether or not that's a possibility? And if so, what that would look like?
Yeah, I just actually talked about this during our community AMA. Um, yeah, so that is a huge possibility. We are going to base it off of week by week. So right now we're doing pretty strong right now this week. It all depends on Sunday when I start looking at the numbers, kind of see where we're at. Um, if I feel like it's necessary to go ahead and drop to, slow down or, slow down our economy to, close that gap, then, absolutely we'll do it. The biggest thing is yeah, like you said, you'd love it. Not everybody loves it. Everybody's not, there's a small group of people in our community that are trying to, they're, you know, I want to say that I can't remember the dude's name, but he made a comment, like, before you drop divs, think about how some of these guys are using their divs to pay their rent. And I'm like, it's not what I don't care. You guys are getting passive income. We're trying to keep the protocol healthy. We're trying to make Wolf Capital successful. We want
No,
this to
that's
last
a
for,
him problem. If he's
yeah,
counting on paying
exactly.
his rent with money that he has in DeFi, that's just stupid. I mean,
Exactly.
that's just dumb. Come on.
But that's the investor's attitude in DeFi. That's how majority of them think. If they're getting less, then it turns into, well, I'm just going to unstake and I'm going to go somewhere else. Well, go ahead, lose your money somewhere else. But no, I've always made my decisions based off of the community in a whole, not just off of one individual. If we feel like it's necessary to go to 1% for 2 weeks, or even 0.5%, or even just kill the divs for a week if we have to, that's what we'll do. We'll do whatever is necessary to make sure that we stay here long term, not short term. We're not looking to make anybody rich overnight. And I
Hmm.
think that's what a lot of them came into this thinking, like that was going to happen. But that's just not the case. We're trying to continue to build and expand, and
Hmm.
the only way we're going to be able to do that is we got to be able to close that gap. Stay, we want to back every dollar that we have per dollar based off of what we're making. So
Hmm. Okay. So as far as other ways to reduce, pressure, you have this lottery, which it seems like it's the same people winning it all the time.
I know,
What
but I
what
think we
what
got some
if you?
changes coming.
Oh, do you? Okay.
Yeah,
Or just an idea. What if you just got rid of the lottery? Like, do you think that? I mean, I think you're paying out what, like 16, 17K on the lottery or something like that.
yeah, it's 1% of the fees, so it's actually not affecting the protocol at all. It's just you know
Well, it could. It could affect it positively by another 17K a week, right?
Yeah. I mean, we could be putting back in, so definitely. But no, there's some changes that are coming. We should have a contract update here in the next day or two. Um, it's gonna it's gonna have some changes on it. I don't have it all in front of me right now, but
Okay.
it's gonna make it a lot better.
Okay. I'd be curious to see what that's going to look like. So looking forward
Yeah,
to hearing more
we'll
about
have an
that.
announcement. We'll put it out on all our socials. So
Okay. Next question, Travis. I've been hearing some talk about NFTs being a possibility. I kind of was like, I mean, NFTs, look, NFTs and DeFi, it's been good for the protocol, hasn't been so good for the investor. If we're just being completely transparent and honest and seeing 99% of the DeFi projects so far, right? The NFTs, great for the protocol, bad for the investor. So can you tell me if you guys decide to do that, why your NFT will be a good play for your community?
we're giving out quite a bit on these NFTs. Uh, and actually, we were going to do more, but I made the argument, we needed to stop. So we're gonna have 3 tiers. and I get what you're saying with the NFT. I'm not an NFT guy. I've never been an NFT guy. I've bought one NFT this entire time I've been into crypto, and I don't even. I mean, I did it because I like the guy. So that's the only reason. Uh, our tier one is we're gonna have three tiers. Tier one, two, three. Tier one is our most expensive one. It's gonna be our most lucrative one. Uh, all of them will be able to do the copy training that I'm doing through BitGet. That we partnered thanks to you.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Um, and then tier one will have 10% profit sharing of Wolf Capital when we launch our second ecosystem. Tier two is going to be uh, our medium expense wise. It's going to be 5% profit sharing on our second ecosystem and also copy trading. And then our third one is just straight copy trading. It's going to be very cheap. All of our prices are competitive
Mm.
with the other DApps that are also in this space that are roughly our size. Um, but also, and tier one's also going to have a free off ramp debit card to come with it. So you can choose to use it if you want to, or if not. The only way though that we can get that set up for you is that person will have to KYC with us. Um, so if they want to use it, they can. If not, don't worry about it. It's a choice. And then tier two, you will have that off ramp capability, but you'll have to pay for the debit card, which I can't remember the price. I think it's like $50 or something like that. Um,
Okay.
and all the cards and stuff like that, they're all offshore, uh, tax free haven stuff. Um, but the profit sharing deal is going to be huge because our second ecosystem. So basically the NFT side of it is just to raise that capital so we can launch our second ecosystem. It's a startup capital. The second ecosystem is going to be it's going to be huge. It's one of the most profitable areas in crypto. Um, the growth, I believe the market share on it's like I think he said
Can
96 billion a year.
can you drop any alpha?
I want to so bad.
Oh, come on.
So yeah, so I mean, we're gonna get into gaming. On the crypto side, it's basically all I can say. We're looking at somewhere right around September, October to launch. We're going through the channels to make sure this is 100% legit, uh,
Mm-hmm.
compliant. Um, you know, we've got a set of attorneys on fire. They're going through setting all the paperwork and getting everything established. We have our entities all set up. So right now we're just looking for the capital to come in from the NFTs, and then we'll start developing it.
Wow. Wow.
We're
Okay.
projecting revenue wise, just even in the first month, is over 1 million. So it's just on the first month, we're looking at over 1 million in revenue. Um, Profit wise, we're really not sure where we're going to be at, but we're going to tie the staking into with it, and then we'll be able to use that whatever profit that we make off of that second ecosystem and apply it into the divs for the staking. And then we're going to launch our token with it. So as soon as that gets launched, our token will also be launched because we have a utility to back it.
Okay, hold on. So, all right, I knew a little bit about the ecosystem, the second ecosystem. I remember you asking me if I knew of any, kind of legal experts in the field. I don't know if
Yeah.
the names that I that I sent you helped you out at all or not. I'm just curious. Did that help, or did you have to go with
No,
somebody
I
else?
ended up reaching out. There was a my sister mentioned somebody that she had gotten in contact with a long time ago.
Mm-hmm.
And come to find out his firm like tripled in size. So I
Okay.
called him and he knew all the ins and outs and apparently does this
Okay.
on a daily basis. So he was
Is this
able to
firm U.S. based?
it's in Philly.
Nice. Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
he's a solid guy.
Okay. So I knew a little bit about that, where you're kind of uh, surprised me. I didn't know about this token.
Yeah.
All right. So can you tell us a little bit more about that?
So the token is going to be integrated with that second ecosystem when it comes out. You'll be, you know, just kind of like BitGet's got their own token with their platform. We're
Mm-hmm.
going to have one same thing with our platform. The utility behind it is as you use it and are applying it to that ecosystem, it's also a way to mine it, from my understanding. And as it's being mined, uh, it'll generate the I guess the profit or the money behind it to continue using it through our ecosystem. Uh, Ox, the dev's got it all laid out. He explained to me a little bit about it. Um, I don't have, like I said, all the details in front of me. We haven't set really a whole bunch of stuff in stone with it,
Okay,
but
so but gaming could be a lot of different things, especially from
yeah,
the kind of platform that you're referring to. So can you be a little more detailed about like what would be like a direct competitor?
um, I can't think of one on top of my head. Well, okay, so I can't really give you the whole thing.
You can't yet. Okay.
Yeah, I
Okay.
want to
Well,
badly though, but I can't. Yeah,
so you'll have to come back.
it's in the
You'll,
gaming sector. We'll have to come back. Give me like
you'll have to
45 more
come back.
days.
45 days, that fast.
Yeah,
Jesus.
give me another 45 days. I can come back and we should be able to announce it then. We've got a
Oh, announce it. Okay, okay,
yeah,
okay.
yeah. We should have our road. What is it called? Our plans for the future. What's coming down the
Roadmap.
pipe? Yeah,
Uh-huh.
roadmap. We're gonna have it all laid out. We should have that released here in a couple weeks. Also, so
Okay. I
yeah.
mean, this is moving really quick. Uh,
Well, we have to keep up with this growth.
mhm.
That's kind of one of our things, and I've been pushing. I'm pushing the team really hard on getting these NFTs sent out and started, so that way we
Mhm.
can start on the second ecosystem. So we've got a deadline of I think he's got a date today. I'm not sure. He missed me earlier. Was like, "Hey,
How,
we got a
how
date
much are
for you."
you trying how much do you want to raise with these NFTs?
As much as possible. We're only going to release 500 of the NFTs, so we're looking at probably anywhere from half a mil to a mil, just roughly in there. Uh, even if we only raise 250, we'll still be fine. We can still build it.
You
Uh,
can still build it with
oh yeah,
250. Okay.
I got a ton of crypto saved up that I'd go all in with. I already told the team that don't worry about the money side. We'll handle it.
Okay,
But
and as far as the regulatory side of the gaming aspect of this ecosystem, how does that work? You guys being based out of the US and all that good stuff.
yeah, so the entities are going to be set up offshore. There's a company out of starts with the letter K. It's like Croatia or not Croatia. It's somewhere in the Caribbean. They're off of Brazil somewhere. It's an
Okay.
island. They have a license deal that they already set us up with, uh,
Okay.
and through a other entity through BBI. So there's going to be like some sort of service agreement between Wolf Capital and then that side of it. Uh, I don't know. There's a lot of lingo that I really don't understand because that's what I hired the lawyers to do it all for. So
Got it.
um,
Because your team, Wolf Capital, it's just you, your guy, the dev, Ox, and I guess your Discord moderator. I mean, that's
Yeah,
you
but
guys are light.
we picked up a marketing guy, and then we've got another programmer to help me code a lot of the trades, a lot of
The
the
Python
Python
stuff.
scripts,
Yeah. Yeah.
all that stuff. We picked him up. He's full time.
Okay.
So he's integrating right now all my stuff in Trading View with BitGet right now.
Okay,
So
cool.
yeah, so I'm gonna have where I can run scripts automatically through Trading View, and then it'll set up a bot and they'll do trades and all that good stuff. So
Okay.
yeah, we're in the process of testing right now. He's already finished it. We're just waiting on the return to he gives me the two thumbs up. I can go ahead and apply it to portfolio and we can start going. So
Got it. Got it. Okay.
and
Still a
then our
pretty light
marketing
team.
guy, we picked him up a few weeks back. We're looking to get more on mainstream crypto media platforms. So like
Mhm.
Milk Road was one of them. Decrypt, that site. I don't know if you've ever heard of them.
Mhm. Mm-mm.
It's another mainstream site. They a lot of the ones that partner with like Binance, Coinbase, stuff like that. Coinbase is another one we're looking to get on. Just advertisement there.
Mhm.
Um, but yeah, some of the bigger mainstream sites we're looking to get on so we can get a little bit more attention.
Okay. Yeah, because it's like, and we've talked about this, right? And again, like I said this in the intro, but like when you reached out to me and I was going to reach out to you anyways because I wanted to talk about your trades, how the hell you haven't had a losing week since I met you.
Yeah.
So that's why I was like, hey, just come on the show. You don't need to pay me. You can use those marketing dollars for someone else. I'm already invested in you guys. But having said that, there's a lot of bad marketing, Travis. So there's a lot of YouTubers out there that you think that they have all these subscribers, and because you went on that channel, a lot of you'll see a lot of things pick up, and they don't, because it turns out that that channel is like kind of dead. 95% of those subscribers don't even watch his videos anymore. So it's like you have to be really careful how you spend your money.
Yeah.
So hopefully you guys are your marketing guys really on top of that, because Jesus Christ, man, this YouTube world is kind of a joke in many ways. So
Oh yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. So it's a good thing that you actually have a marketing guy to look at all that. I didn't know you had one, so it's pretty cool. Okay, so this ecosystem, the gaming, that's quite a lot. Quite a lot to uncover there, and that's going to be pretty big. So before you get to that point, I think we hit on it a little bit, but not that much. As far as the overall health of your protocol, and gosh, BTC is really pumping now. The overall health I mean, it's at 27.4 almost.
Wow. There we go.
Um, yeah, so as far as the overall health, with your trading account, and let's just talk about that one specifically. Let's just assume the worst, Travis. You have, I don't know, 3 horrible weeks in a row. How would that play with your overall health with that portfolio? How would that play into the ecosystem? Can you share a little bit?
Yeah. So I mean, if we had a losing week for one, we would pretty much shut down the divs for a week. Um, we would get back on track immediately. Um, if we had two losing weeks, I mean, we'd shut down for two weeks. At that
Okay.
point, yeah, I mean, we're not going to hand out divs if there's no divs to hand out.
Okay,
Uh,
and is that a conversation that you've had with your community? Is that something you talk about on the
yeah,
AMAs? Like, okay,
yeah. So
okay.
like our community AMAs, I think somebody brought it up. It was a couple months back. It was when we were just starting out.
Mm-hmm.
Um, you know, because I was pretty nervous to lower the divs from 2 to 1.5, but everybody was on board with it. Everybody was like, "Absolutely. Yeah, drop it."
Mm-hmm.
Like, "What do you you should have done that weeks ago." I'm like,
Mm-hmm.
"Okay, let's
Mm-hmm.
do it." And then a lot of them came back with like, even if you had like, one guy spoke, because he was asking a question, and he even told me like after his question, he was like, and by the way, like if you even have a one losing week or two losing weeks and you want to shut down for three, shut down for three. Like, it's fine. As long as you can get going, get those trades back going again, everybody
Mm-hmm.
be happy. I was like,
Mm-hmm.
perfect. Like, we have really, really such a great community. It's insane. It's
Well,
something
but
I haven't seen like in DeFi and since I've been in DeFi.
yeah, I mean, I'm not trying to like be negative, but I think Travis, a lot of that's because you haven't gone through like the roller coaster yet. You guys have just been solid, right? You haven't had
Right.
any issues. You haven't seen losing weeks, so you haven't seen like the ugly side of
You haven't
Discord
seen the
yet.
bad side. Yeah. I don't want to
Because
see that side.
I hope you never see that side. But
Yeah.
but uh, but if we're being realistic, it's there. And so when that happens, that will turn the conversations will be very different. And it's great that you haven't had to deal with that yet, but you've been in DeFi longer than me. I've been in DeFi for about 17 months now. You've seen how things can turn. And then so that's why I think it's important to
Yeah.
like make the decisions now to kind of make those times easier. And if you do reduce it to a 1% cap, it's still pretty amazing. I mean, 1% a day is pretty sick.
Yeah. I think we'll still have some people probably end up leaving if we do that. I'm not really too worried about it because I know there's a lot of people heavily invested that are pretty okay with just the 1%.
And they're all
Um,
doing the 50-50, right? Because we haven't talked about that. That's been
yeah,
pretty
I
helpful.
don't think everybody's doing it, but I mean, there's a good majority, in my opinion. When you just
Can you just
go back and
explain
look.
what the 50-50 is, just in case someone
Yeah,
doesn't
so
know what
you
I'm
just
talking about?
50% of what you claim a week. So your divs, so 50% you take, the other 50% you stake. So it adds a new stake, it locks it for 60 days. Um, and you just keep doing that. And a lot of people are doing it and they're making plenty of money. So they're more
And
than happy about it.
just throwing it out there like asterisks, guys, if you do not claim your stake for more than 10 days, the new claim doesn't start till you claim it. So like if you leave town or whatever, you can't just let it sit there. You do have to be a little active, and you have to get in there after 7 to 10 days. Is that correct, Travis? 10
Yeah, that's
days?
correct.
Okay. So very important.
Yeah, and then also for the NFTs too, something that we are going to add. I forgot to mention it. It's a automatic claiming.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah. So if you're tired of just getting on the site once a week and claim, or you forget and blah whatever, one of the I think it's tier 1 and tier 2, if I'm not mistaken. That's
Okay.
another perk we added to it, and then from there, that's when I was just like, "Okay, that's enough." 'Cause yeah, we were getting out of hand with, the amount of perks we were giving out for tier 1 and tier 2. And I don't remember if it's part of tier 3 or not. We wrote it down, or he was writing it all down, so we were kinda disagreeing and agreeing on, like, 18 different things, so, um, but I know that's involved some way with the NFTs, but yeah.
Okay. Okay. Got it. Got it. What else have we not covered that you wanted to cover today?
I think it's it, man. With that, hell, that's a lot already. That was pretty good.
Yeah, I can't think of anything else that was asked or that I was concerned about. No, I mean, so far it's been great. Keep doing what you're doing, man. You're clearly a very good trader, and it's just funny. I mean, I make fun of it all the time because I'm like, everyone I meet is an amazing trader. I've never met someone that loses money trading because everyone on Discord and Twitter is a
Oh
pro and
my
makes
god,
money all
yeah,
the time. So it's
yeah,
like I'm always like, okay, whatever. Like, so I mean, I try to be pretty transparent about my losses so that people actually see that no, people actually lose money trading. Like it happens all the time. Like you said, you have losing trades all the time, and it's not as
yeah.
easy as people think. So,
I guarantee
um,
you, I'm probably like 43% on my trades. It's just I'm okay. Just my strategy is you just have to be okay with losing a little bit of money.
mhm.
I set my stop losses tight, and that's why. If you know, I look back at some of them now just because it's hindsight, whatever. You just go back, you look back at your trades, you're like, well, shit, if I would have held that for like a week, well, that's capital locked up for a week, you know,
Mhm.
and
Mhm.
it doesn't matter. But
Mhm.
I mean, I'm not perfect by any means. I still have losing trades. I probably, like I said, I'm probably 43% on the winning side. It's just when I do win, I win big, and then when I lose, I just lose a little.
Yeah, that's kind of the tenets of how to make a lot of money playing cash games in poker as well. Yeah, man. Well, your results speak for themselves. I keep looking at the results and just keep shaking my head, going, "Wow, these guys are really, really good." And I think it's just you because Ox is just on the dev side. You're actually doing the trades on your own,
Yeah,
right?
but he
Okay.
does a lot more too, just from the dev side. I mean, we talk almost every day. I don't remember a day where we haven't talked. Um, but he's a workhorse, man. He's in and out. Telegram, Discord. He's everywhere. And then on
Is
top
he
of that, he's
doxed?
just yeah. He's also docs. He's with
Okay.
Anani docs, same as mine.
Okay.
Um, he just hasn't been showing his face like mine on these AMAs, but yeah, he's just a little bit more, all about security. So
Got it. Okay, but he is completely doxed, and I mean the whole KYC thing. I think is stupid, but I think the
right,
dox one does matter. I think that one
yeah,
does
yeah,
matter a lot.
he's definitely KYC docs or whatever with Anani docs. So
Cool. All right, man. Well, best of luck with trading. I can't wait to see what happens with this whole gaming new ecosystem platform. Sounds like a lot to unpack there. Probably deserves its own AMA in itself. But yeah, it's pretty exciting stuff. Big plans. I have no idea what that looks like, but at least you have lawyers working on that for you.
yeah,
So
it's
yeah,
gonna be big enough where we.
how much you said it's how much for the lawyers up
So
for
yeah,
that?
it's like 18K for the setup for the gaming stuff,
Okay,
all
okay,
the legality, all that
okay.
stuff. And then yeah, and then we're gonna drop like another 90 right after that for some AI tech that's gonna run it basically.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah.
And then to get the gaming out, I'm guessing you're gonna have to spend a small fortune on marketing, right? It's a totally
Yeah,
different ecosystem than
yeah,
who you
yeah.
marketed Wolf Capital to. Wow, that's a lot. Okay.
Yeah, we're
Um,
gonna be doing a marketing firm and security firm and yeah, a whole 9 yards.
Jesus
We're not
Christ.
messing around with it. So
Wow.
this is gonna be huge.
Wow. Damn. Okay. Well, best of luck with everything. Thanks for coming back and sharing with us a little bit of your insight in regards to the trading. Always good to talk to someone who actually makes trading. That's always so nice. All right, Travis. Thank you guys. Hope that you enjoyed it. I'll have all of their links in the video description below. go out there, go to their Discord. It's pretty active. I go in there a couple times a week. It's pretty active, and there's always someone there to answer questions, whatever. And yeah, if you have any specific questions for Travis about trading, he'll be happy to answer them on Discord, and I guess Telegram as well, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, guys. Take care. Thanks for watching.